center of your space. Let's come into alignment through our whole body. Make sure you have a bend through your knees and that your hips are tucked in neutral. I'm going to bring a roll through shoulders. Raise them all the way up and bring your shoulder blades down. And then we're going to take that into one shoulder and then the other. And we can start to bring the elbows into that movement as well, as the elbows gently angle up to the sky and down to the ground. And begin to add your forearms into that movement. Wrists, hands, fingers. You could begin to raise your arms up overhead. And that mesmerizing movement almost looks like gazing into a fire or flame. I'm going to take our wrists in a circular motion now. Bring them gently all the way down. Down towards your hips. Pass them through center, cross through your wrist. Bring the hands upwards and out towards the side. Here we can bring the hip out to the side in a slide motion, gently lengthening through the waist. Bring one hand out to the side there. In a sort of a very sensual, sexy, I'm a little teapot position. You can pour out some tea. Moroccan mint, of course, or carcadet. To the other side, let's lengthen. Yes, I'm in a silly mood today. Lengthening through and pour out some Moroccan mint tea or Egyptian carcadet on that side as well, just for good measure. Bring both hands out to the side here. And then we're going to begin to sway the hip one side and then through the other, softening through the muscles. Here, I want you to try bring your hips one direction and your rib cage the other. So we're lengthening through the waist, we're mobilizing through the spine, gently opening up through the hip sockets. At the same time as that, you can bring a movement through your arms as they echo, and also they facilitate balance through that movement. So coming down to frame your hip and bring your hand up towards the sky. Keep it soft through arms. Wow, beautiful. Bring that into center here. Cross the hands over, bring them up high. And we're going to rotate through our forearms to bring the back of your hands together. So you're bringing the wrists to touch. Keep the elbows back. And from here, let me turn, let you see what we're doing. We've got this nice straight back. Bend through your knees and you're going to bring the hips down and back. And you're going to feel that activate through your back muscles. And then bring that back to center. Bring the hands down by your side. We're going to do that again. Bring the hands upwards towards the sky. Bring the backs of the hands together. Let them touch at the wrist. Take the elbows back. And just sit down into that movement. Nice straight back. Good. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to bring it all the way down. We're going to do that one more time, bringing the hands all the way up to the sky. We're going to cross over. This time we're going to sit down into that movement. And from here, you can forward fold, bend forwards. Bring the crown of the head down, the tailbone comes up towards the sky. You can bring a bend through your knees here. So we're going for a light release through the back of your legs. And here, just sway out through your hips. So relax through your neck. And just swaying out through your hips, releasing any tension through hips, through low and mid back, through upper back, in between your shoulder blades. Relax the neck. And with that, bend through knees. Bringing that gently back into center, into stillness. And from here we can begin to unwind, coming up through the low back, one vertebrae at a time, coming up through mid back. Towards your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Wow. I'm going to this snaky arm movement now. Take the hands wide out to the side. So it's utilizing that shoulder roll that we did, alternating one side then the other. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to come across towards one side, lengthen through the waist. Deep breath here. Breathing out, coming back into center, take it across to the other side. Into center. Bring the hands in to genie pose or namaste. Bring the head down, chin to chest, release through the back of your neck. And bring that back into center. Hands come up to the sky. Release them all the way down. And now an invitation to help yourself to some hydration. And perhaps get yourself a support, a cushion or a rolled up blanket, something that you can use perhaps if needed to add a little bit of height on your mat. To just lift the hips a little bit higher. But you don't need that, you could do this directly on the mat. And take the hands out to the side. Take the feet a little bit wider, maybe about shoulder width, maybe a little bit more than shoulder width. You can angle your toes slightly on a diagonal to create a gentle V shape there. We're going to bring the hips back and down. If this feels a little bit too tricky for you, you can simply come down towards a seated position. Something like cross-legged position is fine. But here, coming down towards your support, and you might reach and connect with your support and just gently rest there for a moment. And if it feels good for you, you can bring your feet a little bit closer in together and start to bring the legs out to the side using your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms to do that. So we're gently opening up through the hips. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing that and coming to rest down on your support or your mat, crossing the legs out in front. We can bring the hands in front and out to the side. Keep the shoulders low. And in this snake charmer movement, try to bring your hands as far away from each other as possible. You're going to feel that really opening up through your back. Relax through your neck. Let's take that across. Bring it wide. As you bring it wide, bring the hands far behind you. You can bring your gaze gently skywards. Really feel that opening up all the way through the front of your chest there. Skywards and open towards new possibilities. Open to more love energy. Feel your heart space expand. One more. And as you breathe out last time, we can come all the way over in front. Bring that snake charmer motion. Keep the shoulders low. This time crossing over the other way. So whichever hand you had on top, bring the other one on top. Bring the fingers as far away from each other as possible, reaching out towards the sides of the room. And then releasing that. Bring the hands all the way out to the side. Here, bring your hands up on to the back of your head. Bring the elbows forwards. We're going to gently bend and releasing through the back of the neck that bit more. And returning back into center here. Bringing your feet together with that extended diamond shape through your legs. We're going to use our hands and our forearm to release the legs, the knees down towards the ground. You can use some gentle pressure there, releasing through. See if you can release through the hips a little bit more. We're going to bring the rib cage up and over the top of toes. Keep it nice and bright and open through there. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, see if perhaps a little space opens up that you can move into there. Again, rib cage leading out of that movement towards the ground, folding forwards. Relax through those muscles of hips, inner and outer thigh. Deep breath here. Good. As you breathe out, we're going to gently release that, unwinding one vertebrae at a time all the way back into center. Wow. Beautiful. Bring your hands onto your knees and just take a moment to notice any change in how you feel through your hips. And here we're going to bring both knees up towards the sky. You can give yourself a hug of self-care. Gently massaging as you roll in a circular motion, massaging through glutes and through each of your internal organs, boosting your digestion. Into center here, we can expand the feet away, take them wide, lift upwards towards the sky. Bring the rib cage up and over, forwards, up and over. We're going to gently fold in front of us. Now making sure that your hips remain high. You can feel the hips pressing down into the ground. You're going to pivot through the hips. There's a pivot through the hips rather than the stretch coming from the back. Keep it through the hips. You can bring the toes in towards you if you'd like a deeper stretch through there. Keep it open and bright through chest. Spine in alignment. Deep breath here. And as you breathe out, let's gently come back into center. Wow. And here, I'll invite you to join me in bringing your support towards one side of your mat. Either side you like. And you can do this without a support as well. We're going to come down to rest in a goddess pose. The low leg, you're going to bring 90 degrees out to the side so it's straight, and then bend 90 degrees through your leg at the knee. And then the top leg, you're going to bring just down, resting on top of that one. Your hips are in alignment there. Slight bend through the top leg just to protect the knee joint. We're going to raise our hand upwards, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to lift upwards, create a bridge motion. And then we're going to roll a camel movement all the way down the body. And just gently return that to the ground. Let's try that again. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, roll a camel movement all the way down. So it's this serpentine fluid movement all the way to your toes. And come down. Make sure that you don't collapse through your shoulder. Keep it nice and long and lean through there, creating a frame. So you're strengthening through the arms at the same time. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let's mobilize through the spine as we lift the hips up into that bridge position. You could do this just with the bridge and without the camel motion if you'd rather. Let's return. And then we can take that over towards the other side. So to bring your support towards the other side of your mat. And you can spin yourself round and coming down towards the other side. And on the other side, straighten out through your leg and then bend 90 degrees. The top one you're going to bring just resting on top of that leg. Keep a little bit of a bend through there. Your hips are neutral, they're stacked. So they're not one or the other forwards, they're stacked, one on top of the other. Arm comes upwards, keep that nice strong frame through the shoulder, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, push off through that arm, coming into bridge position, and you're going to roll a camel movement all the way down, that serpentine movement, and then gently return. Deep breath here. As you breathe out, lift upwards, roll that movement all the way down. This is really amazing for all the muscles of core, particularly your external obliques, in at the waist. It's wonderful for helping build abdominal strength. Take a deep breath here. And as you breathe out, building harmony throughout your whole system, your entire core. And it just happens to look absolutely gorgeous as well. From here, let's bring ourselves to rest down on the mat. Bringing the shoulders down towards the mat and keeping the feet about shoulder width and the knees up towards the sky. You can slide your support out from underneath your head. That will protect all the vertebrae in your spine. With your hands down towards the mat, we can press our hands into the ground slightly, ever so slightly, and then release that. Here, we're going to pick the hips up. Use your thighs and squeeze through your glutes, the bum muscles. Keep that straight line all the way from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. And here we can bring this gorgeous fluid goddess movement of a figure of 8 through the hips. To do that, you're going to release through one hip down towards the ground, slide diagonal, twist all the way round and up towards the sky. On the other side, release through the hip, so the hip comes on a diagonal, slide down diagonal, bring it all the way round and up. Good. It's gorgeous. You're going to bring that in that beautiful figure of 8 motion. You might want to play around with bringing your feet closer in towards you or further away, making the movement small or making it bigger. And that nice controlled movement. And then bring the hips into center. We can bring a gentle shimmy motion by contracting through one glute, then the other, one glute, then the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lift the hips up high, and then we're going to begin to release that off as you bring each individual vertebrae down to the ground. So coming down now is your upper back. Coming down now is your mid back, your low back. Relax through the hips and glutes. Relax through your legs, your feet. Relax through your shoulders and your arms. And from here, you can bring one knee and then the other up in towards your chest. You can just gently hug your knees in towards your chest and release out through the back even more now. This is releasing for your kidneys, boosting again for digestive system. Really positive motions there. You're going to feel recharged and replenished, restored. Very restorative movements. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's release one leg to the ground. Bring the toes up in towards you to lengthen through the full back of the leg, and then release that. And the other side, we're going to slide that leg all the way down to the mat, bring the toes up in towards you, and then release that. Walk the fingers down to the toes, allow the shoulder blades to travel down also. You can rotate the palms up towards the sky, perhaps take the hands a little bit further from your body. And now, if you would like to, if you have a blanket or an extra layer that you would like, top of your shoulders, the back of your shoulders, releasing and relaxing. Relax through long muscles of your neck. Allow gravity and warmth and the simplicity of this present moment to release you. Round onto your head. Relax the back of your head and the sides of your head. Relax the top of your head. Bring each of the muscles of your face in towards your nose. Squeeze through those muscles. Bring your ears. Notice any colors. And then release that. And as you release that, feel the ears relax. Forehead relaxes. Down the sides of nose releases. Relaxing behind your eyes and the eyes themselves. Cheeks relax. Relax your jaw, mouth, tongue, throat. You can take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Cleansed through body, mind, and spirit. In your own time, if your eyes were closed, you can gently begin to awaken with a sensation of deep relaxation, filled with joy, noticing the beauty and magic all around. Feeling life happening for you. All things aligning with your heart's desire. And so it is. We can bring joyful movements, circles through our fingers and through our toes. Dancing that joy of nature through our hands and our feet, our wrists and our ankles, forearms, low legs, your elbows and your knees, circling around that joyous movement through upper arms, upper legs, through your shoulders and your hips, through your back, waist and belly. Ooh. Wriggling in that ecstatic joy. And at one with your own feminine essence, that sacred feminine energy that's within each of us. And coming into center. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.